What's up, guys? This is Chris from DraftDashboard.com. Here are my DFS picks for NBA Wednesday, December 5th. These picks apply for DraftKings and FanDuel. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that red subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our new videos. In this video, I'm going to go over my top picks for today's NBA slate. And if you stick around to the very end of this video, we'll use the Draft Dashboard tools to make a DFS lineup using the picks we just made. Okay, let's take a look at the point guard position. I like Stephen Curry from the Golden State Warriors playing the Cleveland Cavaliers, who are a middle-of-the-pack defense overall and give up the 5th most fantasy points to the point guard position. Stephen Curry has scored 42 and 40 fantasy points in his last 2 games, averaging 47.5 fantasy points per game on the season in an average of 33 minutes per game with a 32% usage rate. Stephen Curry is $9,700 DraftKings salary, same price on FanDuel. I think it's a great price on both sites. He's projected for 52.1 fantasy points here tonight. That's over 5 times value. He's had a couple of games under his belt. He only played 29 minutes last game. Look for Stephen Curry to show out tonight versus the Cleveland Cavaliers. Real quick, guys, I got great news. For a limited time, we're offering a full 30-day trial to Draft Dashboard. You can try all our DFS tools for NFL, and the tools for NBA are awesome. This is a great time to get in and try everything for 1 month. The tools are all about saving research time. You can see the last 3 games, the fantasy points per game, the targets they got per game, so you can see how involved they are in the offense, the rushes they got per game. Seeing all this stuff on one screen helps you save time and make better picks. Okay, let's see who we have at shooting guard. I like Jeremy Lin from the Atlanta Hawks playing the Washington Wizards, who are the 5th worst defense overall, and they give up the absolute most fantasy points to opposing shooting guards. Jeremy Lin scored 31 fantasy points in his first game back. He averages 20.8 fantasy points per game on the season in an average of 19 minutes per game with a 23% usage rate. Jeremy Lin's been playing great. All those numbers are up. His last game was encouraging. This is a home game, fast-paced game. Jeremy Lin is only $4,900 DraftKings salary. He's $600 more on FanDuel. I like that DraftKings price a lot more. He's projected at 25.1 fantasy points here tonight. That's over 5 times value. The Washington Wizards are terrible defending opposing guards. That's why I'm playing Jeremy Lin tonight. There's some risk here, of course, like anybody. He's got a 15-point floor and a 30-plus point ceiling. Before I continue with the picks, I'm excited today because we added a new contest for everyone watching. If you want to enter the drawing for $100 PayPal, all you need to do is like this video, hit that subscribe button, and make a quick comment below to be entered into the drawing. We'll reply to a random comment and let you know that you won, and then we'll send you $100 PayPal. So it's that easy, and we pick a new winner every Saturday and announce them in our video. So get your comment in now so I can add another entry for you. Okay, let's take a look at the small forward position. I like JaMychal Green from the Memphis Grizzlies playing the LA Clippers, who are the 7th worst defense overall and give up the 8th most fantasy points to opposing small forwards. JaMychal Green has scored 30, 16, and 23 fantasy points in his last 3 games, averaging 22.2 fantasy points per game on the season in an average of 22 minutes per game with a 23% usage rate. All of those numbers are up. He's playing over 25 minutes per game in the last 3. He got that 30-point game last game. This is a home game for JaMychal Green, who's $4,400 DraftKings salary. He's $500 more on FanDuel. Love that DraftKings price. Only needs about 22 fantasy points to hit 5 times value. He has that 30-point upside. I like JaMychal Green tonight versus the Clippers. Okay, let's take a look at the power forward position. I like LeBron James, the king, from the LA Lakers playing the San Antonio Spurs, who are the 8th worst defense overall, and they give up the 9th most fantasy points to opposing power forwards. LeBron James has scored 42, 41, and 63 fantasy points in his last 3 games, averaging 51.8 fantasy points per game on the season in an average of 35 minutes per game with a 32% usage rate. LeBron James is $10,500 DraftKings salary. He's $200 more on FanDuel. I think he's a great price on both sites. He's projected for 55.3 fantasy points here tonight. That's over 5 times value. There's a 222.5 implied total in this game. It's a home game for LeBron James. And look at the last 4 versus San Antonio Spurs. LeBron James has scored 59, 67, 64, and 50 fantasy points in his last 4 games versus the San Antonio Spurs. You can see those last 5 by hovering over the hot or cold icon, or if your screen is big enough, you'll see it right here in the position optimizer. Okay, moving on to the center position. I like Brook Lopez from the Milwaukee Bucks playing the Detroit Pistons, who have a middle-of-the-pack defense overall, but they give up the 8th most fantasy points to opposing centers. Brook Lopez has scored 32, 26, and 28 fantasy points in his last 3 games, averaging 23.3 fantasy points per game on the season, in an average of 27 minutes per game with a 17% usage rate. All those numbers are up across the board. Brook Lopez is only $5,200 DraftKings salary, projected at 23.6 fantasy points tonight. He's going to need about 27 fantasy points to hit 5 times value, which he's done in his last 3 games. And Brook Lopez has scored 41, 20, 30, and 40 in his last 4 games versus the Detroit Pistons. Another good player versus team matchup here. I like Brook Lopez versus the Detroit Pistons. If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video or just go to draftdashboard.com. You can use our DFS lineup optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool. Click the link in the description below this video and try all these daily fantasy tools right now. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so you can get instant updates whenever we post a new video. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, and please comment below with your favorite player for this NBA slate. I love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again, and good luck.